Hello everyone, welcome to this session. I am Anamika and today I am here with chapter 8, that is reproduction in animals. In the previous video, we have read about the male reproductive system and their parts, diagram, that means everything about that, and why it is called the urinogenital system. In this video, we will read about the female reproductive system, that means the various parts of the female reproductive system and the diagram of the female reproductive system. That means everything about the female reproductive system. So let's start first the main parts of the female reproductive system. So first is primary sex organ, that is ovary. Ovary, that is the primary sex organ in female, and a pair of ovary is present on the either side of the pelvic cavity, which is attached to the that means by ovarian ligaments. And ovary produce two things: one is the female gametes, that is called ovum or egg, and other is hormone, that is called estrogen and progesterone, which is responsible for the various that means secondary sexual characteristics in female and for the pregnancy also. Next is secondary sex organs, that is oviduct, which is also known as fallopian tube, uterus, cervix and vagina. So these are the secondary sex organ. And apart from this, some glands are also associated with the female reproductive system, and these are vestibular glands, or which is also known as Barothelin glands, which mainly secrete the mucus which moist the vagina. Now let's first see the diagram of the female reproductive system. So let's start. So this is the diagram of the female reproductive system. Right now I told you that the primary sex organ, that is ovary. So this is the position of the ovary which secretes the female gametes, that is ovum or egg, and in every month one ovum or egg that is released by each side of the ovary in alternate manner, and this process is called ovulation. Ovary also release two hormones, that is estrogen and progesterone, which is responsible for the various sexual secondary sexual characteristics in female and for pregnancy also. Next is ovum, that is released by the ovary, that is received by the funnel shape structure of the oviduct, that is called fimbriae, and this part of the fallopian tube, that is known as infundibulum, and after that the wider part, that is called ampulla, and the narrow parts of the fallopian tube, which is just, that means close to the uterus, that part is called isthmus. So fallopian tube mainly consists of three parts. This is the uterus, that is also known as womb. The upper part of the uterus, that is the dome shape, that is called fundus, and the inner part, that is mainly consist of three layers. So one is perimetrium, that is the outermost layer of the uterus, which is made up of epithelial tissue. The middle part, that is called myometrium, which helps in the contraction during the childbirth. The innermost layer, that is called endometrium, which is rich with the supply of the blood vessels. And endometrium generally of two types: basal endometrium, that means which remains attached to the uterus, and the next part, that is the functional endometrium, which is generally shed off in every month. Actually, what happens when ovum, that is released from the ovary, then endometrium, that becomes thick, rich with the supply of the blood vessels, and if fertilization does not take place, so that's why, that means the shedding of the endometrium, the functional layer, is happens in every month, which results in the menstrual cycle. Next, the lower parts of the uterus, that is called cervix, and the uterus, that is made up of muscular wall, and after that the vagina, which is also known as birth canal or copulatory canal. That means this is the pathway for coming out of the baby from female body. And this process is called parturition. So that means already we have discussed about the parts of the female reproductive system and associated glands also. So I think might be the topic should be clear to you. Okay. Thank you, students. Please go through the video, like